Hey guys, it's Chloe, and today I am here with a book review of Seriously, I'm Kidding by Ellen Degeneres. So let me start off by saying that this was a reread for me. I read this a little less than a year ago because I got it for Christmas last year, and I was indirectly recommended this book by Shannon from Cozy Tea Reads. I saw her just praising this book on her channel. I decided I wanted to get it. So last year I got it and I read it then and I reread it, and I still love this book so much. It's so good. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and it's not even a biography really. It's more just Ellen ranting about different things, and I don't really know how to explain it, but she chooses just these random topics and she rants about them, or she talks about it, and she says that she wants this to be for all ages, so she has stuff for kids and stuff for like adults, and it's really weird. And you know it's going to be good when you read the back of this book, and it starts off, I'll read you the part of the back. It says, "Oh hi, I'm so glad you decided to turn the book over. As you probably know, this is normally where authors put nice quotes from fancy people praising their book. I'm a little uncomfortable with that. It feels like a gimmick to get people to buy it, and I don't believe in cheap tricks like that. Besides, I know you're way too smart and beautiful to fall for that kind of stuff. Actually, I think you're so wonderful, I thought I would use this space to praise you. Yes, that's right, you. Here are some of the nice things I have to say about you." And then normally where they have authors, you know, opinions and quotes about the book, all of these are by Ellen. So, and they're really random too. "That is a beautiful blouse you're wearing. It goes so nicely with this book, Ellen DeGeneres. I love the way you're holding this book. It's like you were born to buy it and hold it forever, Ellen DeGeneres. You know what I love most about you? That we get each other, and also your eyes." And then I really like this one. It says, "Gasp, Ellen DeGeneres, upon noticing your beauty for the first time." And then the last one, "You're my favorite reader, ever, of all time. Shh, don't tell the others, or don't tell the other readers." And this book is just, it's so funny. I was hooked, when I first read it, I was hooked from like the moment that I started reading it. And then rereading it, it was just great. I don't know why I didn't review it when I read it the first time. But I kind of just want to like go through and just show you some random stuff that's in it, or just read funny quotes of stuff in it. And then the last one, "You're my favorite reader, ever, of all time. Shh, don't tell the others, or don't tell the other readers." And this book is just, it's so funny. I was hooked, when I first read it, I was hooked from like the moment that I started reading it. And then rereading it, it was just great. I don't know why I didn't review it when I read it the first time. But I kind of just want to like go through and just show you some random stuff that's in it, or just read funny quotes of stuff in it. There's rants, there's advice, there's short stories, like really short, they're like a paragraph long. How to be a supermodel, writing this book. All the chapters are different. I'm trying to find like one of my favorite ones. One of my favorite parts, the chapter is The Secret of Life. Kale. The secret of life is kale. And this is coming from somebody who loves kale. I freaking love kale, but that's not the reason why I like this. It's so simple. The secret of life, kale. And you go on to The Secret of Life Part 2, and this one talks about, oh gosh, what does this talk about? Oh, I think it talks about happiness. And then she has, you know, these really super short stories, like I'll read it to you. Thunderclap, a short story. "It was a dark and stormy night. The streets were empty. They seemed sad almost, and hollow. The wind was howling and the rain was pouring down upon the rooftop so loud that Papa could barely hear the sound of his tea kettle. Eventually the storm passed and normal activity resumed." And it's so random. And earlier when I said there's stuff for everybody in here, she's not kidding when she says that earlier in the book. For the Children, Part 1. And it's like 2 quick paragraphs, so I'll read it to you real quick. One of the things I love most about my talk show is the fact that everyone from babies to great-great-great-grandparents watches it. My show is fun for all ages, kind of like an amusement park or a strip club that offers daycare. Believe it or not, I have a loyal fan base made up of toddlers. I always assumed it was because they were impressed with my comedic timing and interviewing skills, but it turns out they just like to watch me dance. I love that kids love my show. In fact, I love it so much I wanted to devote this chapter to them. On the next few pages, you'll find pictures of cool things kids love that your son or daughter can color in. It's like a coloring book, only better because it's my book. Please feel free to color it in yourself. You know the old saying, you're never too old to play, you're only too old for low-rise jeans. And knowing Ellen, she can only think that these are what kids love. A toaster and a coffee pot. And there's like 4 pictures, and a file cabinet and an elliptical. Then she goes on and she has For the Children Part 2, which is a story, like a bedtime story that she wrote, and in parentheses is the stuff you're not supposed to say because it's like adult. So that's great. There's another short story in here called Aspirations, and this is what it says. I want to be an astronaut when I grow up, said young Delilah. You live in a tiny village outside a small town next to a great big city, said her mother. You will stay here and work on our farm. You will never be an astronaut. Indeed, Delilah worked on the farm for many years and grew old. On her final day in the care of local villagers, she turned and asked, "Was I an astronaut?" And they said, "Yes, you were a great astronaut." And she said, "Really, I was?" And they said, "Shh, no more talking." And it's just, I don't even know how to express this book, just that it made me laugh. For the teenagers. And this is like a couple of paragraphs, well, really just a paragraph, written in text language. So this chapter is number 4, Cool Kids Only. Letter U, know who, letter U, letter R. OMG, I'm so happy you're reading this book, BK. I know I don't know an O, letter U, but letter U, letter R, so cool, LOL. And it just goes on like that, and then you turn the page, and it says, for the adults who don't understand the For the Teenagers chapter and really want to, and then it's in regular language, and it takes up like a lot longer. And then Tweet chapter, an observation in 140 characters. How come when you wipe up dust it's called dusting, but when you wipe up a spill it's not called spilling? There's something to think about. And just, I don't even know. I hope her other books, this was her latest one, which came out in 2012. I hope her other books, The Funny Thing Is, and My Point, and I Do Have One, are like this, because I'm going to be reading The Funny Thing Is really soon, and I hope they're like this, because I loved this book. The first time I read it, I think I finished it in 4 hours. This one I started yesterday, and I finished this morning, so really, really fast. So if you're just looking for a laugh, or especially since I've been in a slump for a little bit, this was another great book to read. If you're looking for a really fast-paced book, or something funny, or you're in a slump and you're trying to like keep reading, pick up this book. It's a great book, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I have. And shout out to Shannon from Cozy Tea Reads for just loving Ellen and this book and encouraging me to buy it. So guys, that is pretty much it for this video today. I hope you enjoyed this book review, especially since I don't do them that often. As always, if you like the video, go ahead and press the like button. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. My name is Chloe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!